This GFN Thursday, we have a total of 7 games being added to the service, and in this video, we're going to be taking a look at each one of them. So let's not hesitate and dive right in. We're going to begin by focusing on the new releases arriving this week. The first of which is Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game 5, which will be available to pick up on Steam. In this title, you'll have to build your success. Starting off as a rookie by starting out on a 250 SX class bike, you'll be creating your own team after signing with a sponsor or joining an existing one. And in this entry to the franchise, your health counts. There are going to be 5 preparation levels. Training sessions, race results, and injuries all affect your rider's conditions. But if career mode isn't for you, you can still expect to explore the compound and practice and improve your skill, as well as enjoy the track editor, multiplayer, and the esport mode. Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game 5, launches today on March 17th. Following that, we have a new indie title being released on Steam that's getting quite a bit of attention right now, and its name is Tunic. You'll be exploring a land filled with lost legends, ancient powers, and ferocious monsters. Tunic is an isometric action game about a small fox on a big adventure. The game's just come out and is getting a ton of rave reviews. A lot of people are comparing it to Zelda meets Dark Souls, or if you've played the recent hit Death's Door, you'll definitely see some similarities here and there. Regardless, the game appears to be very good in its own right, and with that beautiful art style, I really gotta say it looks amazing. This may just be one of the first few indie hits of 2022. Tunic is available on Steam right now. Now we're talking Syberia, The World Before, a new release that's available both on Steam and the Epic Game Store on March 18th. Here, you'll be embarking on a journey across continents and through time as you piece together the puzzle of life. The story revolves around 2 time periods and 2 characters. First up is Dana Rose from 1937. She's a 17-year-old girl who is beginning a brilliant career as a pianist. However, shadows begin to appear over her future as a fascist threat of the Brown Shadow hangs over Europe, right at the dawn of the Second World War. Then there's 2004's Kate Walker, who survives as best as she can in the salt mine where she has been imprisoned, when a tragic event propels her into a new adventure in search of her identity. This adventure is set off across continents and through time, and you'll be playing as both Kate Walker and Dana Rose as you get to the bottom of the mysteries that have remained buried for too long. And moving on from new releases to new additions, let's take a look at other games being added to the service. First up is a PC exclusive title called Dread Hunger, and it's available on Steam. It's a social deduction game of survival and betrayal. 8 explorers path their ship through an unforgiving Arctic. Among the crew, 2 traitors call on dark powers to undermine them. Now I will say I'm actually extremely interested in this game. I looked into it a bit and it seems to have some very novel mechanics that could really spice things up. Most notably, a respawn mechanic where players who get killed off can respawn in the brig. As you can imagine, this makes killing as a traitor much more interesting because you can't just outright kill them or else they'll just come back and completely rat you out. Maybe poison their food or use some of those dark powers to put them in a really bad position. This game allows for a ton of creativity on how you kill the other players as well as how you defend yourself from traitors. The title itself is getting a fair amount of talk right now and I think it's a fantastic addition to GFN. Next, let's take a look at Blood West, an immersive stealth FPS horror set in the Wicked Wild West. It's an early access title that's currently available on Steam. Brought back to life by strange native spirits, you will explore and scavenge and build up your arsenal and gain powerful perks. Be prepared to hunt your enemies quietly or meet them guns blazing as you take back the frontier. You can expect challenging FPS combat, stealth mechanics awarding caution, exploration and resource management, and character-based progression. The game currently sits on overwhelmingly positive reviews over on Steam. Now let's take a look at Heroes Hour, a fast turn-based strategy RPG with real-time combat. It's currently available on Steam. You can expect to develop your cities and armies, level up your heroes to gain new powerful spells and skills, and explore the wonders and dangers of the procedurally generated maps. Your goal is simple: to conquer your enemies before they do the same to you. It features 11 factions with special mechanics, strengths and weaknesses, 22 hero classes with a special skill each, 50 common hero skills, 177 units, 80 unique unit abilities, 166 artifacts, 83 spells, dozens of impactful map buildings, local hot seat multiplayer, and co-op with other players or even with the AI. This is yet another game with a ton of reviews on Steam that leave it at very positive, so if this is your type of thing, you might want to keep an eye on it. But now let's move on to the last game added this week, and it's 100 Days Winemaking Simulator, available both on Steam and the Epic Game Store. Winemaking could be your best adventure yet, as you make the best wine interacting with soil and nature and take your winery to the top. You can expect a simulative and realistic approach that's suitable for both beginners and more experienced players. The ability to cultivate different types of wine, analyze the soil, and choose the grape variety that best suits those characteristics. You'll have plenty of choices here to make, not just in the winemaking process, but also managing marketing and social activities to increase the reputation of your company. If you're into management simulation style games, this is actually a really good one, and I think you should check it out. It's yet another title that's currently rated mostly positive on Steam, and from what I've played of it, you can tell that developers really cared about the product they were making here. It really is a solid and fantastic experience overall. And with that, we wrap up this GFN Thursday. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful at all, be sure to hit that like button, as it really does help the channel out, and if you're wanting more content like this, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell as well. As always, this has been the Virtual Cloud, giving you the latest and greatest on everything cloud gaming related, and until next time, I'll catch you in the clouds.